A very good day to you all. My name is Olga Margret Namasembe from the Africa Ines Research Group at the University of Granada. Today I'll be presenting a paper entitled Agribusiness, Mobile Money and Female Entrepreneurship in Uganda. Challenges of Digitalization from an African Feminist Perspective. This research is carried out within the framework of the project Digital Transition, Social Cohesion, and Gender Equality. Mobile banking and digital female empowerment in Africa, with the reference number TED 2021-1305-86B 100 and funded by the Ministry of Science and Innovation of the Government of Spain. The presentation follows the following outline: a brief introduction to the topic, the literature reviewed, the physical context of the study, the methodology used, the results and discussion, and finally the recommendation and conclusion. Privatization and female entrepreneurship in Uganda are intertwined concepts. Following Uganda's history in the 80s and 90s, privatization paved the way for women's economic empowerment through entrepreneurship as one of the ways to reduce gender inequality. The largest chunk of female entrepreneurs in Uganda fall under the agricultural sector and do agribusinesses. Agribusinesses are businesses that deal in fresh food produce, dry foods, as well as any food-related products and services. Since women have historically been homemakers, the agricultural industry is therefore deemed a typical female industry in Uganda. While the digital technology of mobile money can be classified into the information and technology industry, it similarly can be classified into the agricultural industry due to its frequent use to facilitate day-to-day business transactions through the use of mobile devices. Mobile money is very influential and a force to reckon with in the continuity of women businesses in Uganda. And this is because not only does it encourage women to save and invest, but it also permits quick and safe financial transactions between parties. The technology, however, poses some challenges, which the research aims to investigate. Various research studies have been done on the continent in regard to the use of digital technologies and African women's empowerment. On the one hand, the literature highlights the enhancement of women empowerment through digital technologies such as mobile money and online banking and investments, which have significantly improved service and product delivery and secured timely payments. On the other hand, other studies show that while there is a cause to celebrate, there are challenges that rise from the digital technologies that downplay women's digital empowerment. The research takes place in Uganda, an African country located in the eastern central part of Africa. Uganda provides a good research context because it is among the African countries with a high level of female entrepreneurship. Additionally, it is one of the first African countries to launch mobile money services to its population. The major service providers in the country are MTN, which originates from South Africa, and Airtel Money from India. These provide a platform in which internet and SIM card services are provided to the end customer in order to facilitate mobile money transactions. For our research, we undertook the qualitative research methodology and used a mixed pair of research instruments. These are semi-structured interviews for the primary sources and a systemic literature review for the secondary sources. And the areas, Kampala, the capital city, and Wakiso in Uganda's central region, were the working research areas. The results show that some women entrepreneurs have a psychological bias towards current digital trends and would prefer to stay doing things in the analog way versus the digital way. Also, skepticism towards the use of keeping money on a mobile phone, which could easily be stolen, were expressed. This result partly explains the digital divide between men and women, because the reluctance of women to embrace digital trends that may empower them becomes counterintuitive, thus striking a blow to gender equality. Secondly, the limited internet coverage often fails to deliver the perceived benefits of mobile money technology, and this in turn delays payments. While this is not necessarily a gender issue, since men fall prone to the same challenge, women tend to feel the impact more than men because their financial independence is delayed, and in case of emergencies, women tend to fall back into negative patriarchal dependencies. Lastly, there is a limited technical know-how of using mobile money phones of the smartphone type, which brings to light the issue of women versus men's adaptability to digital tech devices. Women's reluctance to quickly adapt to the use of digital devices limits healthy business competition between the genders, thus increasing the gender digital divide. And so, as I conclude, from the presentation, we establish that mobile money and digital technology have indeed enhanced female entrepreneurship and thus empowerment. However, there arise challenges that limit women from fully enjoying economic rights that entrepreneurship offers in this digital era. And so, we recommend that Uganda's policymakers and non-government organizations offer platforms such as trainings, business mentorships, and internet infrastructure investments to aid women entrepreneurs overcome the challenges they face. Here I share with you some of the references that were used for the presentation, as well as those being used in writing the paper. Thank you very much for your attention, and any questions are welcome.